guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm so excited to share with you a new handbag. I can say with honesty that I haven't been this excited about a handbag in quite some time. Typically, like if I get a Loewe handbag, I'm pretty excited to show you. So I would say that this is pretty high up there. Now, this is not a true unboxing because honestly, like I said, I was so excited to get it. So I have used it once, but I'm really excited to show you. So the brand is called Atelier Madre, and the actual owner is Manuel, you can see it there, Manuel Dressman or Dressman. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce his name, but sort of a play on his name, Madre. So M-A stands for Manuel, the first letters, and then D-R-E are the first three letters in his last name. So this company is based out in Barcelona in Spain, and like I already said, I love Loewe and their handbags are made in Spain. So they kindly reached out to me, and I think because they're just restarting their online platform, so they opened their workshop back in 2021 in Barcelona, and the cool concept behind it is that it is their workshop, and you can go in and you can see all their handbags and you can see their leather, and then you can ask them to make you the handbag on the spot and you can watch them make it. I love an open concept kitchen because I am a foodie, and I feel like this is an open concept kitchen but for handbags, so you can watch your handbag being made, which I love that idea. Just a lot of transparency behind it, and it's just a small number of people working in this workshop, and you know, like everything is being handcrafted in front of you. The leather is coming from tanneries that are located in Barcelona, also nearby. It says that tannery is from Barcelona, Igualada, and all the leather is Vaqueta, calf, novillo, as well as cow leather. It's vegetable tan leather as well, so it's going to develop that really beautiful patina that you often see with the Louis Vuitton handbags as well. And it's the handbag I'm going to show you is full grain leather, but I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. I was talking about how I do my own research, so I was looking at their sustainability, and again, I really love that idea of just skipping the middleman and making the handbags in the workshop, and just knowing that it's made with love. If you watch their Instagram, they show you how different handbags are made, and I love that. So there were so many handbags to choose from, and I was going back and forth between the one I'm going to show you as well as a tote bag, but let me open this up. And like I said, full disclosure, I have already used this handbag and I love it. So this is the little dust bag that it comes in. And they also mentioned that they try and reduce as much packaging as they can. So it just came in as like a plain box, and you can see the dust bag is pretty plain too, but oh my goodness. This is the beauty. So this one is called the Saka bag, and this is in the regular size. It also comes in a mini. Is it a mini or is it small? This regular size, a big, and then an oversized bag. So this one is completely woven leather, as you can see there. So it's just sort of thick pieces of leather mixed in with a thinner piece of leather, and it is so minimal. It's bare bone. You can hear it kind of squeaking a little bit, but that is because the leather is brand new, and as it begins to soften up, that noise will go away. I did see someone else mention the squeakiness, and that they did reach out to Atelier Madre, and that the team assured them that the squeakiness would go away as the leather began to soften up. I think you could also use a leather conditioner on it too, which I think I'm going to try just to also help protect the handbag. It honestly doesn't bother me, but if you would be bothered by that, that's something to consider. And the only branding you'll see is where it says Madre right there, which I love. I also had the option to customize the leather, so not customize, but monogram it. The monogram would go right here. I believe you could do 2 or 3 letters. And I did think about doing that. However, my initials are LV, and I just thought it might look a little bit strange carrying this handbag and then have the initials LV there. So I opted to forego that, and I was going between the black as well as sort of the classic tan color. I'll put it up on the screen here. However, knowing that this would patina, I just didn't want to have to deal with it, so I decided to go with the black because it rains so much in Vancouver, and I just knew that this would be a more carefree handbag and I wouldn't stress out about it if it was just the black leather. And I'm so happy I did. It's sort of this like a matte black leather. There's a little bit of shine to it, but I feel like in person it's like very matte black. So again, let me open it up. It is bare bones on the inside. There is one strap. It is adjustable. It is also removable. I'll show you the different ways that you can wear it because this handbag is very versatile. So as you can see, there is the inside. It is fairly bare bones. It's not lined either. It's just the raw leather on the inside. This part here is, I don't know how to say it. It's, I guess, lined both ways with the leather. So there's leather here and there's leather on the inside. It's stitched together. But even though it is woven, you can see that it's woven so tightly that nothing would ever be able to fall out of it. So you wouldn't need to worry about that at all. Love the look of this handbag. I love the woven leather, but I love how it has like the smaller piece of leather and the thicker pieces of leather. I know it's giving sort of Bottega vibes because of the woven leather, but I feel like this one is fairly unique. I don't know, I really love this style. And like I said, I do have my Bottega mini loop here, so you can see the size difference. So this one is wider, but if you think about, I guess, the depth of it, the Bottega is actually a little bit deeper. And then obviously the Saka is taller. I think maybe the mini loop, or sorry, the loop in the small size would kind of be equivalent. One thing I did notice about this handbag that I think makes it a little bit better than the Bottega is that the leather pieces here are also finished. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but the edges of the leather are finished. Whereas I know one of the issues that some people have with Bottega is that the leather here is unfinished on the side, so they experience some fraying. I mean, I haven't with this handbag. I feel like this handbag's held up pretty well. I also have my Dragon Diffusion bag here as well, and it's that woven leather. And then I also have a Madewell handbag that is woven leather, but that is up top a bit higher and I can't reach it right now. So I do love the look of the woven leather, but I feel like these two are very different. And this one is also pretty minimal as well because there's barely any hardware on it. Here is the adjustment and you can completely remove it, but this basically just sits at the bottom of the handbag. But I am going to shorten it now and I'm going to show you how you can change it from a crossbody into a shoulder bag, which I love that you're able to do that. And like I said, you can completely remove it. What I also like is there's a number of notches as well. So if you're a petite girly or a tall girly, I feel like you can adjust it to a really good length. So to make the handbag into a shorter shoulder bag, all you need to do is essentially just double loop the strap like that. And then you have a nice shoulder bag. I will include some modeling shots as well. So I'll show you what it looks like crossbody. I like it when it hits really high up. And I find that even though this handbag is a tiny bit more structured, I mean, it isn't very wide, so that's really nice. It doesn't bump into things like sometimes I find with other structured handbags. So like I mentioned, even though I like to wear it higher up as a crossbody, it's still very comfortable. And then you can also take the strap off and then you can just carry it as a clutch, which I think would be gorgeous. It's the perfect size, I think, for the evening. And it's just honestly, I'm so excited. I feel like I'm stumbling over my words because I'm really excited. And I haven't been this excited for a handbag in such a long time. And I love it. That's all I can say. And I'm not being paid. This is not a sponsored video. When they reached out to me, there was no expectation to even talk about this. They had just asked me if they could send me a handbag, and that was it. And like I said, I researched it and I stalked their Instagram. And when I saw them making the handbags and I just saw how genuine Manuel really is and how the workers just get along so well, they have such a good rapport with each other, I kind of fell in love with the brand, and I'm already looking at that tote bag to get now. So yes, so those are the ways that you can wear it. Let me tell you a little bit more about the leather before I forget. We only use the best materials we can find to match our requirements. The leather selection we are using is the highest grade. It's vegetable tan leather. It's full grain leather as well. I mentioned the tannery, and I mentioned it's either Bottega, calf, novella, or cow leather. They talk about how they are sustainable as well, and they use local production, sourcing from the best local suppliers, materials with minimal environmental impact, so on and so forth. So definitely go and check out their site or go and check out their Instagram, just because, like I said, I feel like their Instagram is really fun. Now, let me tell you the price of this handbag as well, because I feel like for the price, you're getting such an amazing handbag. Like I said, it's handcrafted and they skip the middleman. So I feel like the bags are at a more affordable price point compared to something like Bottega or something like Loewe. Their size Saka that I'm showing right now is $836. And then the smaller size is $675. And then if you go up to the oversized, it gets to be $1,157. These are all Canadian dollars. They have so many different colors to choose from. Like I said, I was having a hard time making like my final decision on the color. Let me show you what fits in it really quickly, because even though it's the small size, I feel like this holds all of my essentials. So obviously I have my wallet. This is the pocket organizer that I've switched into just because it's getting to be warmer weather and I want a little bit of fun color. So that fits in so easy. And then I have my new key pouch in the small size from Louis Vuitton. It is open right now because I was applying lip balm that I'm wearing right now and it was in there. So let's put that one in. Slides in right beside it really nicely. I'm sorry I keep touching my hair. It's because it's so staticky for some reason and keeps sticking to my face. And then I have my Louis Vuitton key holder here. I can just put that on the side. I have my little mini kirigami as well. I can put that there. I also have some mints I can pop in right there. Whoops. Trying to show you without dropping things. I could pop in right there. That's essentially all the things that I would take. And you can see, perfect fit. There's no warping to the handbag at all. I could also fit my phone in there because yesterday I had my phone in, but it's just such a perfect handbag. And like I said, because it's so light to begin with, you're not going to notice like an obvious strain. And I love that you're able to wear it so many different ways. It's stunning. Now, what you will have to worry about is because it is that smooth leather, it can scratch. I did get a little mark on it yesterday, but I think if I just use a little bit of leather conditioner, I can rub that out pretty easily. But just note that because it is natural, that you are gonna maybe notice some creasing here or there, but I love it. I love it. I just think it's so beautiful and I'm so excited to now use this. Oh, before I forget, this handbag, when I opened up the box, the smell of leather was almost just overwhelming. And I know they had mentioned that good quality leather will have that smell. And if you watch my other video where I reviewed the Barakami bag and it smelled like plastic, which was no good, this was the exact opposite. Like I said, it's almost overwhelming. If you love the smell of leather, you're gonna love this. Like, it smells so strong. My mom smelled it and she was like, whoa, because she loves the smell of leather. So this is just, I feel like for the price point, being $842 Canadian for this handbag and being handcrafted and just, you know, that you can customize it, you can monogram it, it's just so many different options. I think it's a really good price point. And I love that they're sort of a smaller independent brand. I love the style of it. I feel like you're not gonna see this very often. I also feel like it's one of those handbags where people are going to ask you about what brand it is. I'm so excited to have this handbag. I will leave all the information down below. Definitely go and check them out and check out their Instagram. If you are very similar to me and you like that minimal classic style, you can wear a variety of different ways and at a fairly good price point, then like I said, go and check them out because I'm just really, really excited to have this handbag. Thank you so much to Atelier Madre for sending this to me, and thank you to all of you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!